Hello everyone, it is Simtastic for Real here, and I am back with a speed renovation. In today's video, we are renovating a home in Del Sol Valley. So I just thought it needed a little bit of a refresh because that expansion came out quite a long time ago. So I just thought it needed a little bit of a refresh, and I've been really enjoying these renovations on my channel. I'm slowly just working through all of the homes that came with the base game, that came with the expansion packs that came out a while ago, and I'm just slowly trying to renovate them so that way there, if we do Let's Plays in the future, and we go into like homes like this, it looks actually lived in and decorated and things like that. Because I understand like the Sims team, they couldn't do that when the game came out, just because when you have a lot of things in a home, it takes a while for the game to load. So they wanted to make sure that every computer operating system was able to load the game with no problems and no long loading screens, because I know that was like the biggest thing in The Sims 3 was they were trying to make it so that it was an open world. However, the loading screen at the beginning of the game was quite large or quite long because it just couldn't, it was hard to have an open world and then be able to just load it up no problem. So a lot going on in there, I guess. So they really tried to make it so that any operating system can really open the game with no problems. And if you don't really have a large operating system or whatever, then just you can't really decorate too much. So I guess that's what they were trying to do. So I really appreciate that, because I think in The Sims 3, I never had the problem. I didn't really care that the loading screen was long. I really liked the open world. And I was kind of disappointed when we got Sims 4 and we didn't have the open world. That just kind of disappointed me, because I like to be able to just like walk everywhere and not have any loading screens. But I guess the issue with that is the loading screen at the beginning is super long, but for me, it didn't really matter. But I don't know about now, because obviously Sims 3 came out not a really long time ago, but a while ago. So I don't know how I would feel about it now, where I don't have that much time to play. Loading screen that long may annoy me. I don't really know, but anyways, so we are going to go ahead and do this renovation, and I just thought adding a lot of greenery in, a lot of things into the living room would be great. And like I said, I just tried to keep the actual theme of the house intact. So I kept a lot of the couches and added the chairs in. I think I kept that couch and added the chairs in. And then I kept the wood the way it is. I was really just trying to branch out, because I usually go towards the lighter woods, but in this house I really just tried to stay with the darker wood that they had. So I hope I did okay. I was so tempted to just change it to like a lighter wood, but I was like, you know what, I gotta just keep it the way it is. That's how the house is, and it's a renovation. Although I did add a few walls and kind of take some out. So I made the bathroom a little bit shorter on the side there in the hallway. Just because I felt like it was such a long bathroom that was kind of unnecessary. So I cut it down to just the 3 tiles, and then opened up the bedroom area a little bit so we could add in a wardrobe. So that way there they had an area where they could just get dressed in the morning, which is always good to have a wardrobe instead of having it like out in the hallway, which would make no sense. So I kept it a little bit, I didn't go too crazy with the house, because I wanted it to be able to be a little bit more affordable. I don't think you can just move right into this right out of Create a Sim, because I think out of Create a Sim you get 20,000 simoleons, and this house is I'm sure a lot more than that, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's unfortunate, but I think it's fine. I know that the wardrobe looks really weird with the separating wall there, but I just couldn't. I really wanted to just keep that little step up from the living room. I really wanted to keep that 3 tile step up, because I think it looks really nice. So I was just like, you know what, it's okay. You just come in here and you go in and you change and get dressed. It's fine. So yeah, I know it looks a little weird, but it's okay. And then here I'm just doing the bathroom. I kept this on the camera. I don't usually keep my bathroom on the camera, but I just figured, hey, this time I'll just record it. It's basically a simple bathroom, so it's not anything crazy. So yeah, we'll just keep that on in recording, and that's fine. But and I wasn't even originally going to keep the landscaping outside in on the video, because I really wasn't sure what to do outside, because I looked at it while I was doing the inside and I'm like, I don't really know what to do outside, because I don't want it to be super elaborate, because it's one of the lower end houses in the game pack or in the expansion. But I wanted to look a little bit nicer than what it had outside, but then it's like it won't really look great with the other properties that are around, because they all have that same kind of dingy grass area. But I figured I could probably just change the other ones as well, because I'm going to do renovations for the other properties, so we can always change that. So I did make it lush green outside, and you will see the landscaping at the end of the video. It's very short. I think it's only like 3 minutes of the video. I didn't do too much to it, just added in some kids stuff that I figured maybe like a parent with their child is here, or maybe it's like a multi-generational household or something. I don't know, we'll see. But I did add in another bedroom, so and then you could always add on and create another bedroom if you really wanted to on top, like, so it could be 3 bedrooms, because it's such a huge property that you could really expand this house if you really wanted to. So that's what I was thinking. If I ever move a family in here, I'll probably expand it just a tiny bit so that we could maybe have 3 bedrooms instead of just 1 bedroom. So I did add in a second bedroom. I have not decorated it yet. I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave it up to anyone that wants to decorate it, maybe for like a roommate, or you can have like a family member move in or something like that. But I did add it. You'll see it. I don't know if you'll really see it at the end, but there is an extra bedroom on the back of the house when I do the backyard. So, but here we're doing the kitchen. I really like the cottage living countertops. I really love them. They're probably my favorite countertops, honestly, and I gravitate towards them all the time. Those ones, and then the other wooden ones that they added a ton of swatches to, I gravitate towards. The ones that are in the Chen's house right now, I gravitate towards those all the time. I loved them in the base game when they came out. I think they were a base game countertop, and now that they've added more swatches to them, oh my gosh, I just love them so much. And I am really struggling not to use custom content again, just because I really like all of the clutter items that I have because I have basically kitchen clutter items in the custom content that I have, or even living room ones. But I'm really trying not to, because I really like to upload these to the gallery so other people can enjoy the houses and enjoy the renovations, just because I know a lot of people are hurting with their houses in the town, that they feel like they don't really look proper, or they don't really look like they belong, or they want to redo them, but it's like so time consuming to redo a whole neighborhood. So I really want to upload this to the gallery so other people can enjoy it as much as I have. So here we're just doing the kitchen, and I added in the big long dining room table, so that way there they can have parties or they can have people over, and that's really exciting to have them be able to do that. And then in the kitchen, just adding in some I think I'm just adding in some clutter items onto the countertop as well. So that's what I like to do, just to make it look a little bit more lived in. Have some cookies on the counter, have that like carafe of water or milk or something on the counter, and yeah, and then some candles in. And I really like those candles because I think they have scents to them, and I don't know, I think if they're lit around your Sims, that they give a nice moodlet to your sim, that they like the candles. So yeah, and then I'm just adding in some photos because I really like to spruce up the place and add in paintings. It's probably one of my favorite things to do, is to decorate in the home, like the paintings and all of that, because I think your sim really likes it when it's well decorated. So paintings are really good. Otherwise, they just don't get a really good moodlet from the home, but I think if you have a lot of paintings, they always get like that really good moodlet of well decorated or something like that. And it's been like that since the first series of the game came out. So Sims 1, they really like paintings and all of that. So and then I just like add in a carpet underneath the table. I like it, makes it look a little bit more homey, which is really nice. And then adding in, like I said, more clutter items to the kitchen, which is probably my favorite things. One of my favorite things to do as well is to clutter up the kitchen, just because I don't know about anyone else, but my kitchen is very cluttered. I have like a lot of things going on, like bread, I have like, I don't even know, like spices and things like that. So I like to make sure that the kitchen looks well lived in and the person that was in here really likes to cook or something. So yeah, that's what I like to do. And a lot of the clutter items that came with the cottage living are so nice to be able to do that, because they have those little like flour, it looks like flour, sugar, jars on the counter. So that's really nice to do, and that came with the cottage living pack. So I'm really excited that they added that, because that's a really nice feature, I feel like. And then here I'm just adding in a table. So when you first come into the door, it's really nice to have a table. I do not have that, but if I could, I would put like a table there so you could just throw your keys down and walk on and go through the house if you wanted to. But see, the Sims, they don't have cars, so they don't really have, they have keys to their home, but they don't really have car keys. So, and I don't think they're going to be adding that, unfortunately. So I really wish that they would have, but I understand that they didn't. Why do you really need to when you don't have an open world? So I get it, but honestly, it just would be, I don't know. I really liked the cars and all of the series. I think in Sims 1 we didn't even have, I think Sims 1 we did not have cars. I think they came in Sims 2. So it's been a couple series that we've had them, and then they're just not there anymore. So I think in Sims 1 people just got picked up at their house and then they disappeared. So they had a car that would come and pick you up, but you just couldn't have a car, I don't think. Because I don't remember that feature. I remember it coming in The Sims 2, because you had those hobbies where you could like work on your cars and stuff like that, which was kind of a nice feature to have, honestly. I've been watching some of like the old, because I don't have The Sims 2 anymore, unfortunately. I don't have it loaded on my game, but I think that, or my computer, I don't even think I have the CDs anymore, but I've been watching some of the old like Sims 2 games, like some people have been playing Sims 2 and then uploading it to YouTube, and so I've been watching that, and I kind of miss all of the things that you could do in The Sims 2. I forget like how many things that they had that you could do. Like you could have hobbies, you could do things, and I don't know, I kind of miss that. So I really hope they bring something like that back in the next generation. It might be kind of fun to have like hobbies again and be able to work on cars, and it's like the little things, but it just makes the game that much more special, I feel like. So hopefully whenever they do release the next expansion, they'll release it complete, because I think that The Sims 4, they were having problems, or they weren't releasing it on time because they had a lot of things going on with it. So I'm hopeful that they'll take the time on the next generation and it will be like the best game. So yeah, and I think I'll be buying it when it comes out, because I'm hoping it comes out near like a birthday or like Mother's Day or something, where I can say, hey husband, can you get me that please? And he would, I'm sure, but yeah. So, and then out here in the backyard, we are putting in some kid items. I really like doing sandboxes in The Sims. It's like a feature that now I really like doing, that they upgraded it. I think you don't have to have island living to be able to have your kids play in the sand now, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, because I have island living and I was able to do it, but I don't know if it was a base game update or if it came with the actual game, with the actual expansion, so don't quote me on that. But I love that feature that you can have your kids play and build sand castles and do a bunch of things in the sand. I really, really like that feature. And then I just like to add in some trees and stuff like that, just so that it looks a little bit more, I don't know, complete in the backyard and in the front yard when you have trees and stuff like that. And then I really want to get my Sims into doing gardening, so I keep putting these planter boxes into my houses that I'm doing just to subliminally say to me, hey, start doing some gardening with your Sims, because I really want to do that. Honestly, I really like gardening in the Sims, and yeah, I just think that the houses look really nice when you have planters in, and you can put like veggies or flowers or things like that, and you can plant them yourselves. And you don't even really need the flower boxes to be able to do that, but I like the way the flower boxes look, and it kind of completes, and it kind of like, well, it kind of adds to the back of the house. So you don't have to worry about what am I going to put there. Am I going to put some other plants, or can I just leave these planters? So that's what I like to do. But anyways, you guys, we are getting towards the end of the video, and so I am going to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the renovation, and I will talk to you all in my next video.